Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for watching. So today we've got a gem of a trig problem for you, and it goes like this. So if sine to the fourth of x plus cosine to the fourth of y plus 2 equals 4 times sine of x times cosine of y, and x is non-negative and y is, well, at most pi over 2, then we want to compute this. We want to compute sine of x plus cosine of y. So we're going to do some clever algebra to solve this. So the first thing I want to do is split this 2 up into 1 plus 1, and then I also want to subtract this quantity from both sides. So let's see what that gives us. So we've got, it looks like sine to the fourth of x plus 1, because I'm splitting the 2 up, plus cosine to the fourth of y plus 1, minus 4 sine of x times cosine of y equals 0. So that seems pretty good so far. So the next thing I want to do is use auxiliary terms. That's when we add and subtract a quantity. It's essentially a useful form of 0, and that's going to allow us to do some clever algebra. Okay, so let's see what we want here. So here let's go ahead and subtract 2 sine squared of x. And then right here in this parenthesis, let's go ahead and subtract 2 cosine squared of y. Okay, but to make this legal, we're going to go ahead and add 2 sine squared of x and also add 2 cosine squared of y. So right here I'm going to add 2 sine squared of x. I'm going to bring this down because we still had that from before, remember? And then to balance that out, I'm going to add 2 cosine squared of y. Okay, so that seems good. So that balances that out. I'm happy about that. That balances that out. I'm happy about that. We had that from before, and then our 1 plus 1 was the 2 from up here. Okay, cool. So what do we want next? So next, I think it's time to factor. So let's go ahead and factor this. Factor this. That was the point of the auxiliary terms, the clever algebra. And we also want to factor a 2 out here. So factoring gives me the following. So let's see here. I've got sine squared of x. Looks like minus 1. That's quantity squared. Plus, what do we have here? We've got cosine squared of y minus 1. Quantity squared. Here we said we're going to factor a 2 out. So if I factor a 2 out, let's see what we have here. So that'll be 2 times the quantity, sine squared of x minus 2 sine of x times the cosine of y, plus, looks like cosine squared of y. That's equal to 0. So that seems pretty nice so far. And if you really think about it, this is essentially like a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. We can actually factor that into quantity a minus b squared. Let's do that. Okay, so we had this from before. And we also had this from before, so I'm happy about that. And then just factoring right here, that's going to give me sine of x minus cosine of y quantity squared equals 0. Okay, well, if we think about this for a moment, this is actually pretty nice. Essentially, this is like something in the form a squared plus b squared plus 2c squared equals 0. And we know the only solution to that is a equals b equals c equals 0. So that means I can set that equal to 0, that equal to 0, that equal to 0. And of course, I mean the only real solution. So that means that sine squared of x minus 1 must be 0. Cosine squared of y minus 1 is also 0. And then this difference is also equal to 0. Okay, I want to recall something because we did have some restrictions. So I think we said x was non-negative, and we also said y was at most pi over 2. Okay, so that gives us the following. So it looks like from here, we've got sine of x is 1. From here, we've got cosine of y is also 1. And that works nicely here because their difference is 0. So it looks like everyone's happy with our conditions. And so we can finally find the sum. That was our goal, right? And so sine of x plus cosine of y is equal to 1 plus 1, which of course is 2. So a pretty neat problem there. I like that. So don't forget to like, subscribe, stick around if you want more trigonometry. I love doing these trig problems. For more math, come join the fun. Route 66 Math. Stop on by.